why 99% of traders lose money trading Forex. It took me years to figure it out. I even doubled down on ICT, SMC, whatsoever. I only became profitable until I started using the Falcon strategy. Then why is it that most traders who also use the Falcon concepts are still not profitable? The first concept is very simple. Don't take every trade you see on the charts. Now in Falcon, there's a lot of concepts on how to take your entries. We have your risk entry, you have your open entry. However you choose to execute your strategy, that's not the problem. But how you choose to hold on to those trades is the problem. In fact, me and you can even take the same trades, but have different results. And if that's the case, simple. Psychology. Me and you are trading the very same strategy, complete different results. I'm not smarter than you. I don't know more than you know. Okay, well, I actually do. But I know most of you actually even know more than I do. But why is I'm profitable and you not? You're passing those profit challenges, but you're still not getting your payout. You still haven't reached that level of consistency that requires you to actually make payouts more consistently or more withdrawals more consistently. Now, I ask myself, what exactly is stopping you from reaching this? Well, it's very simple. When I enter the charts, I don't just go into the charts looking for a setup. No, I go into the charts with the mindset of risk management. My job as a trader is not to just execute the best trades available. My job as a trader is very simple. It's to manage risk. And this is a very simple concept. I've been trading for over 8 years, and it took me a while to just be disciplined with the concepts of managing my risk. Most of you understand, oh, okay, I need to put my stop loss, I need to set my targets, and I need to be consistent with my risk. But how many of you see that through? How many of you actually follow up on your trading plan? If you can't even follow a simple plan that you set up for yourself to become consistent, how do you even think you can be profitable in such a very competitive environment? Because you as a human, you are not built to be profitable. Yes, you can find a system, you can find your EA, you can plug and play, and possibly you'll find it being more consistent than you yourself trading. Because a system on its own is designed to remove emotion and apply only logic. But the reason even an EA can't be as consistently profitable as I am, or consistently profitable as even the founder himself, Mark. The reason that's actually a problem is because an EA can only go as far as executing simple steps. But in trading, there's a specific intuition that not even a robot or AI can execute. We have EAs in our own academy, but I know for certain once a trader reaches a certain level in trading, it feels like Neo escaping the Matrix. All of a sudden, you're now seeing the market in a whole complete different environment. You're now seeing ones and zeros. Execution becomes so easy to a point whereby you're not just trading what you see, you're trading what you're feeling. That's the intuition I'm talking about. The kind of intuition that separates you from every other trader. I'm not just saying go around trading everything you're feeling inside. Follow a simple plan, see through it, go through your steps, go through your confirmations. You know what you need to do. Do that. But in terms of intuition, all I'm trying to say to you is there's a simple sense, a sixth sense that separates me from you. That sense is actually only achieved through repetition, through experience, through countless hours of you being on the charts day in, day out. That kind of repetition is priceless. There is nothing that can actually replace that amount of work ethic. And once you actually go through that process, that intuition I'm actually talking about, that I can't describe, give it a word, even put it on paper, that's the only time you can actually achieve that kind of level of consistency and reliability on yourself, because now you realize it was never about the ICT, it was never about the SMC, it was not even about the Falcon itself. They take every trade they see on the charts. That's the first mistake I see most traders do. Following a plan is just as simple as finding your concepts. You know what you're looking for. You found your supply and demand, you found your key levels, price is going exactly as you wanted, you find your entry and you execute. But now you do that each and every time you're on the charts. Now what's stopping you from being profitable is because every time those simple confirmation appears, you simply press the buy and sell button. That's not how you're supposed to do it. Once you trade for years, once you start being available in the charts for as long as possible, you will start to see a very simple pattern. Same trades but different results. Same trades but different results. There is a differentiation of how your setup appears. That differentiates it from a setup, a double A setup, and a triple A setup. A triple A setup being your highest profitable trade, and your A setup being your mere minimum basic level trade. Those two are not far from each other. Now, using just the same intuition I actually spoke about before into this concept, now this is where this becomes mostly interesting. If I only take my AAA setups, I can take the very same strategy that's regarded as being a 70% winning rate to an 80% winning rate, because now I actually avoid taking the trades that I know most likely will lose. By doing that, I set myself to a high standard of only taking good trades. Now, being regarded as a high standard trader is not very easy, because there are going to be moments whereby you see that very same trade, that lousy trade, and you're not taking the trade, and all of a sudden that trade actually goes into the direction you were hoping it intends to go. Now that's where the trap actually becomes, because next time a low setup appears, you take the trade because the last time you didn't take that low setup, it won. That's the trap. It's about you being consistent and disciplined enough to see yourself patient while you wait for those A setups. Now those A setups may not come when you available, they may not come when you're comfortable, they may not come even when you feel that intuition. Even if you find those AAA setups, you must execute the way you need to execute. And even if you find those A setups, you must learn to avoid being on the charts. Avoid clicking that buy or sell button. And that will make you profitable than most traders ever will. Now there's a say, ever since I've been trading for 8 years, it's only around the 5th year after actually understanding this concept. Bad trades can win. Good trades can lose. Now that simple concept shows you, even if I take the worst trades available, I can even go do this blindfolded, and I can still win the trade. As of you can take the best setups, wait for hours for everything to align perfectly, and you can still lose the trade. Between the trades that actually win and trades that don't, your job is to fine-tune that as much as possible. Now you will realize the journey is endless. You're gonna be doing this for the rest of your life, because the market goes through different cycles, different phases. That's why it's very important for you to journal your trades, write everything down. Once you do that, it's very simple for you to execute at the level of the current market cycle, because now you know which trades actually work best in this specific phase. By doing that, you don't even need to study the whole entire market history to understand each different phase. All you can just do is just fine-tune each and every month, week, years of all those trades and figure out what cycle you're on and try to execute that by choosing the best trades available. Now that's how I find my AAA setups. Moving on to everything else, the last step I want to talk to you about today is managing your emotions. Now this is where most traders run away, because they have to actually face themselves. And it took me close to a decade not to figure out the charts, but to figure out myself. And I realized the importance of psychology is not those simple concepts of understanding, holding your wins, letting go of your losses. Sounds simple, but when it's time to execute, It's a whole different story, isn't it? It's a whole different story. Hence, before I even try to take a trade, I ask myself a very simple question, and I wish most traders could actually ask themselves. Am I willing to lose this trade? And if the answer is yes, which it has to be, will I be comfortable after I lose the trade? Will anything change if I win the trade? And the answer had to be no and yes, right? Because here's the truth, guys, right? The only reason we're in this is to make money. It's not to become the best sniper entry guy on the internet. It's not to become the most richest. Oh yes, no. But that's not the point either. We're here to make money. It's pretty simple. And most traders, just like me, don't come from very good financial backgrounds. And that results in the journey becoming more difficult than it should be. And by journey, I mean the psychological journey. Anyone can learn how to execute the Falcon strategy in 3 months, but there's a reason it took me 8 years to reach a level of God. A level of God, right? I can comfortably sit here, face the camera, and tell you I'm a profitable, consistent trader, but it took me a while, and it broke a lot of programming in my mind that I grew up with, and I had to face that in the eye. I had to face myself, and that's the most scary part. And that's when I know a lot of you guys have already clicked away from this video. And if you haven't, please make sure you actually like the video. I'd really appreciate it. And please leave a comment below of your worst trading experience. My worst trading experience is beyond anything else. I was actually on the trade and I risked all my capital. I did this multiple times and I lost each and every time. There were times where I won, but eventually all that profit I gave back into the markets. Moving forward, here's what I want you to live with in this video. Don't ask yourself, how can I improve my Falcon strategy? Ask yourself, how can I be the best trader to execute the Falcon strategy? Anyone can master those concepts, but only a few can become profitable. And I know, my friend, that you will become profitable. Regardless, if you want to master your strategy, if you want to understand all the concepts, I made 5 key processes talking about this very concept. So make sure you actually watch this video over here as I break down these concepts so you can become profitable too.